Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am here with my good friend and partner, Jeff Ducharme. Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, living the dream, baby.
Living the dream. And we wanted to come on here and discuss what Capital Tools is, why it's so important, especially moving forward, right? I've been in small business lending for 15 years. Jeff has been a partner and a good friend, and he has arguably the most business experience out of the vast majority of people that I know, right? And the reason we came up with Capital Tools is we kept seeing the same mistakes over and over in clients and friends and entrepreneurs that are just trying to run their business, do well for themselves, build for their team, build for their family. However, They keep taking massive steps back because they keep making mistakes. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where it's not really their fault, but they don't see the way out. Nobody ever showed them. We grow up, we taught certain things in school, and there's a lot of really important stuff they leave out. And whether it's a doctor, whether it's an architect, a plumber, whoever it is, they're given the technical skills, but they're not given access. And that's what we're really talking about, is access to the right tools, the right systems, the right programs to put money in the place it needs to be. Because let's face it, the number one killer of businesses is getting choked out on money. Whether you're a startup, whether you're trying to expand, whether you have a downtime or a pandemic, where the government steps in and overreaches, as they usually do, and having to weather that storm. And if you can't put your hands on cash, if you wait until you need it very badly, you and I talk about this a lot. If you wait until your back's against the wall, nobody's going to give it to you. So the best time to apply or best time to get your access to it, doesn't mean you use it, but access to it is right now. So when the stuff does hit the fan, you don't have to go ask for it. It's sitting right there and you can use it and put it to work.
Yeah. And you can take advantage of opportunities, right? So we are right now we're in a recession, and it's only going to get worse, right? So if you have the right access, the right tools, and you know how to use the tools, you're going to be able to grow your business in this downtime, thrive while everyone else is closing shop. Okay. I'll give you guys a really good example. A lot of people still to this day do not have a line of credit. Okay. That is arguably every single business needs to be set up with a line of credit. This isn't me and us trying to sell you to get a line of credit through us. I don't care where you get a line of credit. If you want our help, we're here to help you. But you should have it because you need it for short-term uses, to take advantage of opportunities, and for emergencies, right? However, even though every business should have a line of credit, I see people using their lines of credit the wrong way, not building comparable debt, not building their business credit profile. And the fact that they're using the line of credit the wrong way is something that can put them out of business from the start.
Right. Okay? And here's a big part of it too. You were one of the ones that brought this up to me a lot, is sometimes people think, well, I don't necessarily need a line of credit. I got the cash. So, cash is king, cash is whatever. I won't even get into that right now. But use the credit, even if you don't need it, because something Jonathan just said is really important, is show your provable history and your management of that use of credit. So if you think, well, as long as it's under 100 grand, I got that. Under 150 grand or under 25 grand, I got it. We'll just take care of it. No. Take the line of credit or use the credit for the 20 grand or whatever. If you don't need it, use it. Show you can manage that. Pay it off in a short time. That's fine. So you're not going to rack up a bunch of interest. But then when you go to apply for 40, you can get it. But if you've never taken anything, try to jump to 40 or 100, good luck. You have no proven history that you're responsible enough to not take that and go to Vegas for the weekend and blow it, basically, and have nothing to show and then not pay it back. So when we use our credit at a lower level, it's not just for needing the credit, it's for using it and building up your credit profile personally as well as your professional side, your business. And what that leads to is this history of institutions that can see that you've done it again and again and again, and you've been responsible. You're somebody that can count on to pay the damn bill.
Yeah. And it's also, I'll give you guys an example when you're building a house, right? Anytime you build a house, what do you start with? The foundation, okay? After you do the foundation, you frame it out, and then you build up from there. Your business works the same way, all right? So you need to build a foundation. You need to know what programs to use when, all right? And just like building a house, you can't just build a house with a hammer. Well, you can't just build a business with a loan. All right. And if you use the wrong tool for the wrong need or the wrong growth strategy, instead of you propelling your business forward and winning at the highest level, you're going to take 2, 3, 4 steps back. All right. And it's because either you just trusted what the bank told you, you trusted what a broker told you, or you thought you were doing the right thing and you didn't know there were other programs out there that would actually help you more than just getting a loan. All right. And so what we did, we spent 3 months going back and forth and compiling all of our knowledge together when it comes to growth strategies, building business credit, all the different programs that are available, and how to use them and where to get them.
Right. Well, that's too, if you're your bank specializes in SBA loans, then every single problem you're going to bring to them and go, you need an SBA loan. You need an SBA loan, because that's what they do. And I'm not saying it's necessarily bad. SBA loans are good. I'm not knocking that. If you go to a surgeon, they're going to tell you need surgery. Okay. You go to whatever you go to, they're going to say you need their stuff. They're trying to sell it. And it's not their fault. They don't have the other products. Some don't know about them either. But if you have multiple tools in your toolbox instead of just a hammer, then you have power. You can make decisions. If I hire a guy to work my Bentley and he shows up and all he's got is a hammer, I've got concerns, okay? And so I want to see that you have all the magic tools. I want to see the big toolbox, all the crap, right? So for us business owners, we need to have more tools. When we do, we have choice. That's the power of choice to see which one fits better, okay? Some fit better in different places, and some, if you use them the wrong way, it can hurt you. If you're taking stuff that's supposed to be short-term stuff to turn over like a line of credit, and you try to do it for 30 years, that may not be your smartest move. So we go through that in this course. That's part of why we put it together. Sometimes we just haven't had people show us, like with cost of credit. If somebody's taking a loan, they get real concerned if they're doing something, oh my gosh, it's 16%, oh, it's 20%. Why is that a big deal? Because they're used to thinking of their mortgage where it compounds for 30 years. If you look at that, wow, that's gonna be bad. But if you're only taking it for 6 months or a year on a short-term piece of equipment or something, that's going to pay itself off because the math matters. The math adds up. It'll pay for itself. You're only taking it for 6 months. I don't care if it's 20%. That's nothing. When you look at the total cost of getting that, but we're not taught to think that way. We weren't shown it that way. We're shown a different pattern of thinking. So sometimes that has a tendency to trip us up when we go to look at things.
Absolutely. And so what we did was we made a very, very interactive program that will give you guys all the tools that you need, all the knowledge around them. And we threw in probably the craziest set of bonuses I have ever seen, right? So one of them is a one-on-one strategy with me, a strategy session. Okay. Usually that would be $500 or more. We're going to do a cash flow analysis. We're going to do a soft credit pull, a business credit pull. And then we're going to look at your tax returns, your profitability, and basically map out what your goals are for the next year or two and how to hit them. And then I'm also going to give you guys our equipment financing guide. So any business that needs any type of equipment ever, you're going to have a guide on exactly what you need to do, how to do it, and how to ensure that you get the piece of equipment you need and you get the best program or financing possible to make it very, very cost effective. And then I'm going to let Jeff talk to you a little bit about what he did, because I can't believe he threw that in.
So one of the things we do, one of my business, as Jonathan mentioned, I've got a bunch. I was like that kid that gets, see something shiny, wants to play with it and get a toy, but I have that eye for businesses. I find something, an area I can help or add value, I turn to a business. If I have a certain hobby, I have to turn that business, make money off it too. But I've acquired this set of businesses, portfolio, if you will. And what that's allowed me to do is really build a lot of different skills. I have a couple of really good skill sets. I just apply them different ways. But one of the things that led me to is becoming a business broker. My partner, Jethro, who Jonathan knows very well as well, we really get into helping other business owners on the consulting side, the coaching side, but also just purely on here's how you acquire business the right way, which obviously ties into financing too. Here's how you sell the right way. Here's how you plan for it. Here's all the mistakes everybody makes. And then we kind of pissed everybody off in our industry. And some people really put a target on our back because we revealed some of the things that brokers that you probably don't want to work with do. So some of the behind the scenes stuff that you need to know, the stuff behind the stuff, so you don't get taken and don't overpay, don't get swindled in some of the BS that some of the brokers do. So we expose that. And those who are mad at us, we look and say, hey, don't be a dirtbag. You won't be mad about it, because this is the truth. We're more business owners than we are brokers. That makes us better brokers because we know how somebody wakes up at 2 a.m. sweating and the problems they worry about. So we have such intimate knowledge of all that. We're good at what we do. As part of that, as part of the scoreboard, so to speak, you need to have a business valuation done. Okay. If you don't, you're just kind of guessing. Oh, my friend's brother-in-law says it should be 2 times this and this. Really? No, it's depending on the market too. So we do 3 different types of valuations. There's the asset valuation, future earnings model, and market model, in which we invest a lot of money to get data from other similar sales, just like you would with a house with comps, like comparable sales, right? And we look at that and find the line of best fit for you, and also sometimes by the tier of your business and the size. But we figure out what that multiplier is. If people hear that multiplier, like 5x, 3x, X what? There you know what they're Xing, okay? There's different jargon type words like SDE, which is sellers discretionary earnings. What that really means is we add the stuff back that we write off in expenses that are legally written off, but are not critical to the business itself. Maybe your personal vehicle, your insurance, some other benefits, they're write-offs, that's fine. But we add that back to your value because that's really part of the value of your business. Another term you may hear is EBITDA. That's another one. So they fall into different areas. It's very seldom off the gross. A lot of people 3x go, oh, my business makes $1 million top line, so it's worth $3 million. No, it's not. Okay? Because if you and I both have a business, top line's $1 million, our bottom line is probably not the same. So those businesses are not like the other. So we got to figure that out. So as part of our service, what we do is business valuations. Now, some people mistakenly think you only do that when you're about to sell. Well, if you do it then, you're too late, because you need to plan. That's the score. You need to know that well before, so you prepare and make decisions on how you're going to take your company. So our coaching clients and consulting all get valuations done as a baseline. Here's where we are right now. So now next year, how much is it worth next year? And 3 years and 5. If you don't know that, what do you know? I mean, some people live out of the checkbook, that's fine. But if you want to know where you're really at when it comes to wealth accumulation, your personal financial statement, your business's real worth, you have to do this. And it'll expose areas that you can change to get better. So what we decided to do with this is to show people who are serious, that want to step up, that we will seriously take care of you as well. And so we discounted the daylights out of it, several $1,000s off the deal itself. And so normally it'd be an investment of $5,000 to get a valuation done properly. And so we're knocking it way down. We're adding some other bonus, and we're actually adding some additional consulting on top of that. I don't want to get lost in the woods on that. We'll talk about that more later. But if you're serious and jump in, just know the savings on just this is multiple times your investment in this whole course itself. And that's the point. Jonathan and I both believe in over delivering. We found many times through our own mistakes is that we give stuff away free all the time, the free advice free, you get a bunch of ask holes, which are the people that ask for advice that's worth thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. We give it to them. They never do anything with it. They don't have any skin in the game. So for those of you who make the decision and invest in capital tools, you put some skin in the game. That's commitment, meaning you'll do something with it instead of going, whatever. Yeah. Now you have skin in the game. You're more likely to do something. The people who take action, we're both very passionate about helping people, helping good people just like you. So if you'll show us that you're serious and step up, we'll show you we're even more serious, and we will over deliver on that every time. And in addition to all that, we're also putting together a group. I'll let Jonathan speak to this, a group where you have direct access to us and other professionals to add to your success.
Yeah. So anyone that goes through today, tomorrow, let's say the next couple of days, right? Because we do have to cap it. Otherwise, we're just cannibalizing ourselves.
Right.
You're going to get those bonuses, and then you're going to get access to the private Facebook group. In the Facebook group, that's where we're going to do ongoing and continue training. It's where you're going to be able to network with like-minded individuals that are just looking to grow. Maybe you can even make some relationships that'll help you grow your business, because you might find a vendor in there, or a supplier in there, or someone that could be a partner you do a JV with. All right. And you'll get access to that group. You'll get access to ask any questions live in that group at all times, and any other trainings that we throw in there. Right. And so our goal with this is to just help give back and support small businesses, right? Because without small business, this country, we're going to spiral, okay, if we aren't already. And the only way to stop that is to prop up entrepreneurs, give them the tools they need, give them the resources they need, and let them grow. And that's why we did this, guys.
That's it.
To give back. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drop this in the links. If you are interested, which I'm sure you are, get in soon, so you make sure you get those bonuses. Because again, we're not going to be offering that, 6 months down the line.
Yep.
Get in now, consume everything, schedule your strategy session, get your business valuation done, and start growing your business the way you wanted to from the beginning, right? You started off with goals, you started off with dreams, you had this idea and vision for your business. Somewhere along the line, it might not have worked out exactly how, and it's probably because you just didn't have the tools, the resources, and everything else that you needed. Well, that's why we're here. That's what we're delivering. So I'm going to drop it in the comments. Guys, join us. We will support you. We're going to make sure you win. Jeff, you got anything to leave them with?
Then last thing too is just show you we're very responsive. You ask anything about Jonathan or myself, we're very, very responsive. Now you hear people make jokes about me. I don't answer my phone. I don't. But if you text me, anybody will tell you I'm very responsive. I'll get back to you. I'm here to take care of you. The reason I'm not answering the phone is I'm helping somebody else. But here's the deal: if you have questions, leave them in the comments or direct message us wherever you want. But reach out. Don't sit on your own worrying about stuff. Sit on your own sweating, trying to figure something out. There ain't no figuring out. You've got access to us, which means you have access to the things that'll get you out of the hole. Don't sit there and stress and not take action. Do something about it. Whether it's you want to grow more or that you want to get out of whatever dumpster fire you're in, those all have solutions. People have been there and solved it. Don't try to solve it on your own. Don't reinvent the tire. Come to the people that have already solved it. We'll just hand you the keys. Say, here you go. Let's go. That's a lot easier.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, guys. We look forward to seeing you in the group. And if you guys have any questions, reach out to us. Take care.
Talk to you soon.